What if everything you were taught about evil was a deflection? A narrative written not to warn you, but to blind you? What if Lucifer, the symbol of rebellion, knowledge, and defiance, was not the villain of the story, but its most misunderstood philosopher? The Lost Gospel of Lucifer, what they erased from Western philosophy. From the burning pages of banned text to whispers in secret societies, one figure recurs, not as a horned monster, but as an archetype of illumination, the light bearer, the morning star, Lucifer. His name, distorted by centuries of theological manipulation, once stood for something radically different, not evil, but freedom through awareness, rebellion not for chaos, but for sovereignty of the mind. The story of Lucifer is not original to Christianity, it predates it. In Babylonian myth, in Gnostic fragments, in the Promethean legends of the Greeks, he appears again and again, the figure who dares to give humanity the forbidden gift of knowledge, the one who challenges the tyrant god who breaks the rules to awaken the dormant. Lucifer is Prometheus with a darker cloak, the one who steals fire, literal or symbolic, and suffers not because he is evil, but because he empowers the masses. He is the anti-authoritarian within us, the whisper in the mind that says, "This is a lie, this is a cage." And for that whisper, the world brands him heretic. But what happens when you invert that story? When the challenger is called evil and the authority is deemed good, you create the perfect psychological prison, one in which obedience is virtue, one in which questions are sin, one in which darkness becomes a tool for clarity, and light becomes blinding. Western philosophy, at least its sanitized, institutionalized version, erased this gospel, the gospel of the inner rebel, the sovereign mind. Instead, it gave us ethics designed for sheep. Turn the other cheek, accept your suffering, obey the system, fear your desires. Christianity absorbed the image of Lucifer and twisted it, transforming the icon of personal sovereignty into a cautionary tale. Institutions knew that if people understood Lucifer not as evil, but as independent, the whole scaffolding of obedience would collapse. And so the thinkers who dared to echo him, Bruno, Nietzsche, Stirner, were ridiculed, erased, or destroyed. But the Lost Gospel of Lucifer was never about violence or ego. It was about awakening, the refusal to bow before illusions, the courage to steal fire from the gods and suffer the consequences, not for glory, for freedom. Ask yourself, who benefits when you associate rebellion with evil? Who gains power when submission is dressed up as holiness? For thousands of years, philosophy has been defanged by moralists, repackaged into a tool for obedience. Socrates drank the poison, Nietzsche went mad, Giordano Bruno burned alive. Each of them echoed a fragment of Lucifer's gospel. Truth is not safe. Truth is disobedience. There is no clean, polite path to awakening. You must lose your innocence, kill your inner angel, burn your sacred cows. You must learn to look God in the eye and not flinch. Lucifer is not a devil. He is a symbol, a psychological rite of passage. To embrace your shadow is not to become evil. It is to become whole. What organized religion called sin, psychology now calls integration. What scripture condemned as pride, philosophy now praises as autonomy. Lucifer, in the Lost Gospel, is not inviting you to damnation. He is offering you the key to self-creation. Lucifer is not an idol to worship, but an idea to embody. He represents the moment you step outside the circle drawn for you, the moment you realize you are the author of your own commandments. The Lost Gospel teaches that salvation is not submission, it's confrontation, not with others but with your own illusions. Step 1. Question every inherited belief. That means family values, social norms, even your spiritual convictions, especially your spiritual convictions. If you didn't choose them consciously, they are not yours. Lucifer's path begins with radical doubt, not cynicism, but interrogation. Keep what survives your scrutiny, burn what doesn't. Step 2. Reclaim your will. You've been trained to wait for permission. Stop. You don't need it. Decide. Act. Risk consequences. Will is not impulse. It's disciplined direction. When you cultivate inner authority, external control loses its grip. Will is what separates the sleeper from the sovereign. Step 3. Embrace solitude. The path of awakening is not a group trip. It's a desert, a furnace. Expect isolation, expect mockery, but also expect transformation. True selfhood is born in the fire of exile. Lucifer was cast out because he chose to stand alone, and in that fall, he became free. Step 4. Alchemize your pain. Don't just endure suffering, turn it into fuel. Every betrayal, every rejection, every failure is material. Philosophers like Nietzsche and Camus didn't escape darkness. They mined it. Your pain is not a curse. It's a curriculum. Lucifer's flame does not only illuminate, it burns. Let it refine you. Step 5. Build your own gospel. You don't need a prophet. You need a pen. Write your values. Define your ethics. Create your own commandments. Not from impulse, but from clarity. The lost gospel was never truly lost. It lives in every act of self-definition. When you become the author of your own myth, you break the spell. Step 6. Learn to wield silence. Not all rebellion is noise. Sometimes the most defiant act is stillness in the face of hysteria. Lucifer's light is not a shout. It's a presence. Learn to speak less and mean more. Observe, calculate, speak when it matters. Silence is not submission, it is sovereignty. Step 7. Master perception. In a world built on illusion, truth is revolutionary. Train your mind to see through narratives. Become immune to propaganda. Lucifer's path is not only inner, it is strategic. Learn how stories are used to control, then learn to tell your own. Philosophy is war by other means. Most people will reject this path. It's too uncomfortable, too lonely, too dangerous. But for the few who feel the pull, for the minds that ache for sovereignty, it is the only path that makes sense. And if you've listened this far, you already know which path is calling. Subscribe, not to this channel, to your own awakening. Like this if it disturbed something in you. Share it with the ones who still sleep, and comment below. What belief are you ready to burn today? This isn't philosophy for comfort. This is philosophy for transformation. This is the Lost Gospel of Lucifer, and it's yours now.